Dana Barrett asked Dr. Venkman, why do you like being a Ghostbuster? He replied, same reason I asked you out, 'cause busting makes me feel good.
Ugh, that's tasteless.
No, ma'am, that's tasteless.
Movie review, bitches!
Teenage suicide. Don't do it. Teenage suicide. Let's do it.
No one's on the fucking right page.
If I get one more
Jason.
request for this fucking song, I am going to commit suicide.
Tasteless adjacent movie review. Heathers. I'm Jay Chowder. We got Bone.
Greetings and salutations.
Slop Dog.
Well, fuck me gently with a chainsaw.
Lick it up, baby. Lick it up. I don't know why I like that.
I don't know. I don't think that was anybody's fault but Chowder's, that song in the beginning, because I feel like he purposely started 2 seconds behind and then went slower. He's like, teenage suicide.
I started, I heard. I don't know if my phone's on delay or what, but I heard no one was on the same page, so I tried to slow it up so we could be on the same page. Ah, fuck off.
You were slower than us to begin with. Why would you slow it
up? Whore.
He's having a stroke. It's okay.
All right. All I'm saying is I had never seen this motherfucking movie. Slapdog kept saying, we got to see this movie. We got to see this movie. And we were like, okay. And then it was like during like Halloween time. All right, we should do it. Let's push it back. So finally, New Year, we're fucking doing it. And it was really good.
Did we say the name of the movie?
Yeah, I said Heathers. I said we're fucking doing Heathers.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Sorry.
I didn't either.
I think you were too busy fucking
sure
jazzing by singing. I said it. It's fucking Heathers. And so this movie is, I've never seen it. It's from the 80s. It is delicious. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Come back and listen. If you have seen it, listen along, talk along. And enjoy the hang. But there's definitely going to be spoilers like in almost every movie. We're just talking about the movie, so we're just talking different parts of the movie. Basically, it's movie, think pre-Mean Girls, and it's just a bunch of twats named Heather in the school. And it's just like, Jesus Christ, they're horrible people. The jocks are there. They're fucking horrible, but very funny. And one of the jocks is the same asshole from fucking Night of the Demons. So he's like the poor man's Billy Zabka. Like the guy who gets his eyes popped in with the lipstick chick. Like he's
familiar. That's where I'm from.
Dude, I'm a fucking like, I don't know what mental illness I have, but he's in it. The guy from Summer School's in it. Like everybody I see, I'm like, oh, that guy's from that movie. That guy's from that movie. I watched a movie with my wife and she's like, go kill yourself. I don't want to hear what movie all these people are in. Yeah, he's in this one. I'd like to enjoy it, you piece of shit. And so that's why she never watches the movie with me. But so we're watching. So this movie is got the fucking girls. They're Heathers. They're twats. Jocks are fucking pieces of shit. And then Christian Slater shows up, new kid in town, but he's like a rebel. Winona Ryder's like friends with these bitches. And she used to be kind of friends with like the nerdy kids, but she's like that one who kind of gets to hang out with the popular girls. But they're all assholes. Yeah, they're all fucking assholes. And then this JD's like, they go to a party, shit ain't going right. She's like, I'm gonna kill her, I want to kill her. And this JD guy's like a real twisted fuck. It's kind of like I'd say like a comedy horror. And he's like, well, let's do it. And then she's like, he's like, put this Drano or whatever the fuck he says. Let's give her that in the morning for a hangover. He's like, I don't want to kill the bitch, Winona Ryder says. And then, what am I reading a book? Winona Ryder said. And fucking, she wants to just give her something to give her the run. I don't know, just make her sick. And then they're going to put hawkers in it. There's no hawkers. And then she grabs the wrong cup by mistake. It's got the poison in it. Christian Slater's like, let's fucking do this. And they feed it to this bitch. Instantly, she's fucking dead. And then I like how she grabs her throat and goes, corn nuts! And then falls from the glass table. And so then throughout the movie, so they write a suicide note. And then they're like, so then throughout this movie, they're killing people up. And then they're saying that they kill themselves. And then the school's like all into suicide, and it becomes a trendy thing, and it's just crazy, and it's just talking about how anyway. And then
They're also happy. Like, it's supposed to be like a mournful time. They're all holding hands and getting on TV going, I knew this person. Yeah.
Such a dark comedy, but it's so good.
And there's so many good things that they like say in this, and it's just funny. But then like the what I thought was funny was the lady that's like the hippie that is like running like the show at the school, like for them to all feel their feelings and that sort of thing. She reminds me of my mom. Hair and everything. I'm like, oh my god. Right?
Same hairdo.
Yeah, it was like, wow, that just like that made me like kind of, I was like, whoa, that's too much. But then the guy that plays the priest in this, he was in Beetlejuice. I don't remember his name.
It was Otho.
Yeah. Yes, I didn't realize. I forgot that he was in this until they go to the funeral, and I'm like, oh my god, that's right, he's in this.
I love how the two guys that get killed off in this movie, they go, we'll just say they're gay. If you ain't got a beer in your hand, they'll think you're gay. So they're like, we'll say they're a couple of fat dude.
I love the cops. I was like, does this answer? They killed themselves, each other. Why? And he's like, picks up the mineral water. Does this answer your question? He's like, they were fags.
They were fags. Dude, we're watching this together. And then, like, when the gunshots go off, like, the cops are like, getting high in the car. And one cop's like, yeah, man. And Bone looks at his kid and goes, that's your Uncle Chowder if he was a cop. And then when he chases them down and they pretend they're making out in the car so they don't get caught. And he's like, nah, it's just a couple kids make out. And he's like, anybody got their clothes off? Yeah, they naked. Bone goes, yeah, that's definitely your uncle, pal. Just a fucking pervert pothead.
But then, like, how she, don't you think, like, in the world, this would never fly now because, like, everybody has a cell phone, fingerprints, DNA, all that stuff.
Fingerprints!
There's no way.
Fingerprints everywhere.
But, like, but this is supposed to be back in the 80s before that was, like, a more popular thing. And, like, they didn't have the same things to solve crimes with. And, like, but the fact that she can, like, match anybody's handwriting, like, that should be a big, like, clue. But, like, nobody thinks about that. And then anybody else, you realize she wears a monocle? Like, don't you think that's weird? Yes, when she's writing in her diary, she has a monocle, like the Monopoly man. Like,
she's like, I gotta get this done right. I can't see there's one monocle in. Oh my god, I want to rewatch it just for the monocle.
Next to her dad, she's always like telling him he's an idiot or something, and then the mom is like, "Oh, you."
And the fact that, like, you're saying fingerprints, right? They're like, oh, she wouldn't kill herself with a dirty knife, and he's like, well, let's clean up. Let's leave the fingerprints all over it, but let's clean the knife off. Like, get the fuck out of here. Just so much. The end note, he just doesn't even care, or I don't know if it's in the dream. He just writes it, like, regular. He's like, yeah, that'll be fine. Like, it doesn't even match anybody's handwriting. It's just...
like, how, like, bizarre his dad is, too. How his dad's, like a maniac, and he's like, ho, 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 ho. Like, how he talks and everything, and he's like, blew those bitches to smithereens.
He says, I thought Bone says it was a bomb, but I thought it was a person when he puts in the videotape and he goes, I put a Norwegian in the basement. And then I was like, a person? And Bone's like, no, I think a bomb. But
I thought about a person too. I totally thought, who knows? Because he was supposed to be really like demented, so it wouldn't surprise me if that is what it, either way, he's really out there. I was gonna say, I think he's played like the bad guy in other things, I feel like. The dad, the guy that plays the dad, I'm not really sure, but I feel like
very familiar.
Right? Yeah, I feel like he's been in other things.
I was gonna say that, like, theory, like, it's almost like it could have been that Veronica, holding all of this in for so long and repression against her friends, like, split and had a psychosis, and JD wasn't even real. He was like a split personality, and she thought
Fight Club and that real. Shit. Yeah,
like Fight Club, definitely.
Yeah. But I don't know. I love this movie. I love how they talk. I love how, like, brutal it is. Like, even, like, her and him together, I'm like, because how mean those mean girls are. And I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm not saying it's right, but I get it. And I'm like, yeah, like, kill them all. Like, you don't even care at that point because they're such assholes. You want them to die.
Oh my god! I feel like this was your fantasy film, Slop Dog Girl.
I know, right? Might have been.
Like, ooh, you're like, right before they, what was it? Right before the bomb happens, and he kisses her rough. I'm just like, this is where Slop Dog came.
I had the biggest crush on Kristen.
I was thinking that every time. I'm gonna watch that movie now. This is where Slumdog came. Dude, yeah, watching it with Bone in the beginning, like, because he said at the end.
I was the girl with those glasses that she like invites over to play croquet with towards the end, that she was friends with when they were younger.
No fucking way, Slumdog. You're totally Winona Ryder in this movie. You're totally Winona Ryder. That Slumdog in the beginning, Bone, like, and they're kissing and stuff, and Bone's like, I think this is fucking Slumdog's fucking romantic movie back when she was in there. I think this is fucking her movie, like, because he's kissing sexy Christian Slater, and then the end with it roughly kissing.
And then like they're all like raw, whatever. And then I think it's funny in the end, like when he blows up, and her cigarette is like all lit up, and then like she's all like got smoke and whatever. Doesn't she look like grandma? Like from like when she has the cigarette and all the smoke on her, she reminds me of grandma, and it just makes me giggle. I'm like, oh my god. Anyway. And poor Martha Demtruck. Like, I hope that she turned out to be a beautiful girl. Like, I feel bad for her.
Oh my God. Bo was like, with Martha Demtruck, he was just like, he's like, she fell and she got hit by a car. He's like, all it did was sprain her ankle. The fucking car's ruined. That bitch destroyed the Honda.
If you're going to try again, please try a bigger truck.
He's like, she should have tried a Mack truck or a dump truck to fucking at least splatter her. And fucking just spaghetti all over the place as it hits her, opens up her fat gut. God bless her. And
yikes.
Hey, I'm a fat fuck. I can say it. No, but so I just
spaghetti,
I love,
lots of oregano.
Yeah.
Whose favorite food is spaghetti with lots of oregano?
I don't know. But she's maybe it's just her because she's a crazy person.
She's dude.
The lady that plays her mom in the movie, I think, is the same lady that played the mom in Dirty Dancing, but I'm not sure. I didn't look it up, but I feel
look
like
it up, folks. Let us know in the comments.
It would have been around the same time that the movies were made, so it could possibly be. But don't you notice like how old a lot of the kids in high school look?
Yeah,
they're like 35, and I'm like, you're supposed to be 17. Like
every 80s movie casts like 30, 40-year-olds to be teenagers, and they're all dancing, thinking, what the fuck?
Well,
even the villains.
Winona Ryder was only 16 during filming, so she was actually a teenager.
She was around. Both just went. Did they film that at the same time as Beetlejuice? Because both in this movie both look the same.
Yeah, was it like the same director? Like I can't think of his name. Did he do this movie too? And I just didn't remember.
No, this was Michael Lehman. Yeah, Michael Lehman. He did Airheads. He did Meet the Applegates. He did 40 Days and 40 Nights. A bunch of other chick flick stuff too, but nothing of this level.
Yeah.
Other pussy poppers. And I love the way they talk, even though they're assholes, the bullies and the Heathers.
Yeah.
Just how they talk makes me laugh. We're like, what's up? Say you're a faggot. Say you like dick or whatever. Like, they put that kid in the headlock. And I'm like, this is the best ever. And that's hardcore 90s, you woke son of a bitches. Although it shouldn't be that extreme. But it just makes me laugh. Like, this is how we were talking the other day. My wife refuses to say she's a millennial, even though like we're like high millennial. Like we're millennial, but we see ourselves as Gen Xers, and because we're just like, my wife's like, I'm not no fucking millennial. She's like Gen X, and it's just that generation is just hardcore, and this is definitely a Gen X movie, and I loved it. I think it's just great, and like you, Slapdog, Bone was like, as I'm ranting, as I'm watching this with Bone, he's like, oh my God, this is opening up some fucking doors. I agree. Like, I don't think it's right to do school shootings and all this other stuff, just so everyone knows. But I can see why some cunt gives you a hard time and maybe you pop their fucking dome open, Because fuck that. Like, people are heartless and mean in high school. Yeah. And some of these motherfuckers in this movie are like I remember she killed that Heather, and I'm like, good, that cunt deserved to die. And Bone's like, whoa, take it easy, kid. Like, he's like, ready to fucking call somebody on me. And I'm like, no, I mean, I don't think it's the route you should go. Definitely everyone out there listening, don't kill anybody, okay? Come on now. But you can totally, in this movie, when the fucking assholes get their due, you're like, awesome. And anybody who doesn't say that, you've never been fucking picked on in high school, motherfucker. And
They were one of the Heathers. You know what I mean? They were.
Side note: we in school. Listen to this. I'm not gonna say any names or anything. We were like in elementary school or middle school, and I rest in peace and God bless everyone, right? But there was a kid. It was like a popular kid, right? And he unfortunately passed away, of like a cancer or some disease. It's a horrible disease, right? I don't wish him dead. Maybe he would have grown up to be a good human being, but he was a dick to some kids. And there had to be some kids in our school that were like, fuck that kid, because everyone's all like up in arms and crying, oh, this kid's dead, blah, blah, blah. And it was, again, sad. Yeah. Too bad. I don't want anybody to die. No one should be dead. But like he died, but I was like, the kid was kind of a cunt though, right? And I remember not knowing him, so I didn't cry.
And there were people here comes the darkness.
and there were people crying in the schools, but I didn't know anybody. I didn't know, so I just kind of sat there with the combination of all these people randomly just crying, and the way noises people make when they cry. And then this substitute teacher was in school, and she was like, I didn't know him, but I can feel your sadness. And she's crying, made me just laugh. And I had to put my head down, and my buddy had to put his head down, and we're shaking. So I hope it looked like we were crying. And then I remember he let out a noise. He was like, like laughing, but trying to catch himself. And I'm laughing. And then I look over and I see like this girl crying. And I see her. As soon as I seen her tear hit the ground, it made me laugh even more. What the one of those things like no, you know how you're not supposed to cry at a funeral? You know what I mean? It's like awkward and you shouldn't be crying. My body was like, think of some funny shit right now, because you gotta laugh it up. And I don't know, for some reason my body, I just was like, that made me laugh. It's just a combination of everything, and I shouldn't be laughing. And but anyway, so kind of related,
kid, you know this is a podcast and not a fucking confessional booth, right?
Oh shit! I mean, I hope maybe he would have grew up and not been an asshole. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I mean, no one should be dead, and especially that kid shouldn't die that young. It is too bad, but you can see people in school that die and they're just assholes. Though, sometimes you see someone at a funeral like, oh man, fucking. Heather was a great person, but no, she wasn't. She was mean to everybody. She was a fucking twat, dude. Like, I mean, she's better off.
The part where they're like, "Oh, we're gonna do like a whole yearbook spread on her or whatever," and Veronica,
crazy.
And she's
we're
like,
"Put her suicide letter in the fucking yearbook." What?
Yeah, she's like, "What the heck?" Like
that sounds like a very '90s thing.
But like. The hat she wore to one of the funerals, did anybody else be like, why would you wear that hat? It was like, it's like black with like blue diamonds on it. Like, did anybody else pick up on that? Was it just me? No. Okay. Well, there's a part where I don't remember which one it is, but she goes to one of the funerals and she's wearing that hat. And I'm like, what did she do? Steal that from MC Hammer? Like, what? Like, there's a fashion in this. Obviously, it's the time. It's, 88, 89. So they're very like dressed like, and oh no, they say that too. Very. Oh, it's going to be very. Like,
gag me with a spoon. I think they say this movie. Just their lingo in this movie is fucking awesome. Even though they're twats, it's good.
Yeah, what? I love some of the dialogue. Like the, you're such a pillowcase. Or my friends are such Diet Coke heads. Like those play on words. I just like,
I love Diet
Coke. Witty and clever and funny. And I don't know who wrote this, but I should have checked. But I think his dialogue was really good. It was just, it was very entertaining. It was very funny. It was very witty.
Yes. And a side note again, I feel like I got to say it. Don't kill anybody in school. It's not right. It's not the way to go, folks. Okay? This is Jokes Podcast. Motherfucker. I feel like I got to put a disclaimer up on every podcast I talk, because I'm like, I say some crazy shit, and people are like, I'm not serious, man. Like, I don't want anybody to die. Whatever. Fuck my mother. Anyway.
Wow.
God bless America. All right.
The message is don't kill anyone, but fuck Chowder's mother.
No, but now I'm going to fucking worry about her getting raped in the fucking alley. No, don't fuck my
mother either. In 2014, they actually did an off-Broadway play of this movie. I would love to have seen it. I don't think they're doing it anymore.
They cut out the fags in it?
Probably. And then in 2018, they did a TV show for 1 year. But then after the Santa Fe High school shooting, they thought it was in poor taste, and they canceled the show after one season.
Correct. That's probably correct. I mean, Christian Slater's got a gun, shooting, poisoning kids and killing them. Yeah, I see that. It's probably
I don't. It's a television show. Give me a fucking break.
Okay. And, and what I said was bad. Come on now. And
I'm just saying, it's a television show. It's not going to make kids go kill themselves. It's ridiculous.
Said the herd. And all right, God bless America. All right. Anyway, I had never seen this movie. First time seeing it. I recommend. I think it was a really good movie. I give it 4 dog dicks and a tip. Bone, what say you?
I hadn't seen this movie in probably 20 years. I really liked it. I was pretty young when I saw it. Probably didn't get, or I probably didn't understand, or at least, I don't know, even care about how unique it was and how clever it was and stuff. But I really enjoyed it this time. I'm glad we rewatched it. Christian Slater's amazing. Winona Ryder, the whole cast did such an amazing job. It's just a really awesome movie. I'm gonna give it 4 dog dicks and a tip as well.
Yeah. Slop Dog, I know you're gonna get the mop after watching this movie. Pussy, wet out, ruined 4 pairs of pants watching this movie.
I like this movie because it's just, like, I don't know. I like that the bad guy kind of wins in this one. Like,
yeah,
in a way, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I like Christian Slater in this. I had the biggest crush on him, at that time. So he's like the cool, he's cool without being cool or whatever Anyway, the whole movie, I like that it's witty. I love the writing in this. They did a great job. So yeah, I'll give it 5 dog dicks.
Dude, I knew you weren't giving anything less than 5. I'm like, this bitch is gonna give it fucking 10 if she can. Like, I love that you love this movie so much, Slop Dog. It is like, it really butters my bread. And then I'm watching it, and then Bone's like, this is where Slop Dog came. I laugh so hard because I'm like, I think it might have been.
Don't give away my secrets.
Like, this is your fucking 16 candles.
Oh, man. That's right. Screwed. What's his name? Jake Ryan. Only Christian Slater.
JD. Hashtag JD over Jake Ryan.
Oh man!
So this adjacent, we give it 4 dog dicks and a tip plus a tiny bit more.
Oh, a little more.
I'm gonna bop it in you.
You know that Winona Ryder? She stated in an interview that her manager at the time wanted her to pass on this movie. She thought it was too subversive of a film for her, and when she told her it would ruin her career, and Winona Ryder stuck to her guns and said, "No, I really want to do this movie." And her agent legitimately got down on her knees and begged her not to do this movie.
Oh, man.
But she did it anyway, and she did a great job and had a great career.
Probably my favorite movie that Winona Ryder's ever done. Like, I like it over Beetlejuice. Yeah. I like it over... Dude, it's just
I was
funny.
very close to giving this a 5. It's really
I almost
good.
Did too. I almost did too.
It's so good. It's so good. Great pick, Slop Dog.
It sounds like a really, really great pick. Dude, Slop Dog is like really good at doing that because she told me forever to watch Sex Drive, and I dragged my feet and watched Sex Drive. Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. Dragged my feet and watched it. Fucking another phenomenal movie. Fucking, and she's like, you never see Miss March Boat. She's like, watch Miss March. And then she's like, Euro Trip is delicious. And then Heather's is good. Slop Dog knows your shit, folks, is what we're saying.
Slop Dog knows good movies. Gems.
And
if I think it's funny, it's funny. God damn
it.
And
a Christian Slater on the poster on the back of her locked bathroom door.
Oh, and don't forget, guys, if aliens landed and the world was going to end in 2 days and you inherited $5 million, what would you spend it on?
Just fucking nothing, because it doesn't matter. If you can't do anything, the aliens are coming. Just have a blast with the money, man. Kids, what do you want? A fucking pony? We're getting a pony, bitch.
I'd buy a bunch of food, a whole lot of really expensive, delicious food. Ribeye steaks for everybody.
Nice. Could buy like a bunker or something. Wait out the aliens.
You're like, oh my god, it's so smart. I'm sitting there thinking I'm going to buy food for my...
and Slop Dogs in a bunker.
I'm like, survives the alien attack, and we're stupid.
I'm in the bunker eating my steak, and I'm like, ha ha.
You should have bought both, you stupid fucks. I was thinking something silly like, yeah, just buy, silly stuff. Buy a girl who just eats my cum for 2 days. I don't know. And then like, what? And God bless America. And yeah, I'll do what I like. And it's my 2 days. But I mean, we're gonna die. Oh my God! I should have bought a fucking bunker. I'm dead. Oh man, fuck my ass in a fucking Twinkie bar.
Fuck my ass gently with a chainsaw.
That's such a great line. Oh man. So any you just did some facts.
I did some facts, but I'll give some ratings. IMDb gave this 7.1 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes critics gave it 95%. Audience gave it 83%. Yes. Metacritic gave it 72%. Google users gave it 4.6%. Not percent, 4.6 out of 5. Common Sense. This was funny because they break it down to 3 different things, I realized. Their review of it was 4 stars. And then they do parents and kids can do, if you want to rate the movie, you have to put whether you're a parent or you're a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Watching it, parents gave this 5 stars and kids only gave it 4 stars. The first review for parents was, I love this movie and Christian Slater was so fucking hot.
Slapdog wrote that review. And
Letterboxd gave it 3.8.
Nice.
I'm still fishing around in my pussy because I broke so many nails at the force I was fingering myself. I found 4. I'm looking for 1 more nail.
People use their thumb? Oh my God.
Dude, you gotta go deep when the fucking Slater's involved.
Also, the movie was released March 31st, 1989. The budget was $3 million, and the box office was $1.1 million.
That's so long ago. But then back in the day, that was probably legit.
They didn't make their money back. There was only... But, I wonder about now, if it's made...
It kind of became like a cult movie. Like, it's not as famous as a lot of other cult films, but it is kind of an underground cult film. That's how I found it. I didn't watch it in '89. I think I watched it somewhere in the '90s, and people were just like, "You gotta see Heathers. It's so good."
We should watch Cuffs as well, and fucking put it as a 2-pack. A fucking slop dog drainer is what we'll call it. She'll fucking be no juice left in her body after that movie plays. I was like, I need water. Fucking husband's like, more Christian Slater movies, please. He's like, I'm reaping the benefits.
Start calling him JD.
He starts having you just write suicide letters for people.
Oh man, yeah, dude, I can totally see this movie. JD is Slopdog's husband. Slopdog's Winona Ryder. Oh, good movie. And
I'm trying to be in Martha Dump Truck. That poor bitch.
Oh man, I remember this girl. I was not really dating her, but I was like, I don't know, a kid. But then I was horny, and then I thought, I don't want anybody to know I fucked this lady. And but yeah, she had legs like tree trunks. God bless her.
Is that the same one with the kitty litter or no?
Kitty litter.
The kitty litter for her pussy.
No, that was a
gritty kitty.
That was a different girl who we know who the family wasn't so clean. And this girl, I remember a buddy of mine being like, "Oh, that girl's been at your house because our families hung out." And I was my buddy being like, "Yeah, she got some nice tits." And that for some reason put a light bulb in my head. And I was like, "She does got some big tits." And then all I thought about was sucking on them tits. And then I remember I was very excited, and because I was young and I was horny. And then I told the story before, but one time her younger brother went missing, so everybody's like, "We gotta go find this kid." And so we're supposed to be looking for this missing kid, and then we snuck behind the old fucking Kmart, and I just fucking lifted her shirt up and sucking her tits. And we're supposed to be looking for her brother, and I'm just getting as much milk as I can get. And then her older brother comes creeping through the woods and fucking ruining our fun. And like, "Hey, what's going on back here?" We're like, "What? We're looking for him." And he's like, "Oh, you didn't find him?" And he's like, "What's going on?" And then we're like, "Oh, we didn't find him." And then, "Let's go keep looking." And all I thought was, This cock blocking motherfucker. There's a kid missing. They found the kid, by the way. So I mean, I could have stayed there. And but I was young and just horny.
We all went. You were always horny. I remember we went to the res to go swimming. You were hanging out with some other girl, and you were just like, "I got in the bat cave." Do you remember that, Slop Dog?
Wait, I fingered some broad on the beach?
No, you were at her house, and then we picked, like, Slop Dog's boyfriend at the time picked all of us up, I think, or I met you guys there, I think. And you were just all excited, and you're just like, "I got in the bat cave!" And you're like throwing your arm up in the air like the fucking end of an 80s film.
Like I'm fucking the end of Breakfast Club.
Yeah, the end of Breakfast
Don't
Club.
you forget I fingered puss.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, that was a good day. I have to say it was this broad, but the one I was talking about, the pig with the tits where her brother eventually got found. Yeah, I remember fingering her pussy, and to my knowledge, she ain't been to the beach, and it was gritty like a kitty in that pussy. I was like, ugh, like pussy crumbs, and yeah, it was a bad day, and pussy kind of smelled like my ass, and
or your belly button.
yeah, yeah. Belly button I think was better, and
you need to get that checked. His innie became an outie, so I'm pretty sure he has a hernia. Something's gonna burst.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, I got like well, I'm saying I'm at Bones, and then his older son is like, comes up and tries to like punch at me, and I'm like, oh, and he's gonna be like, don't hit Uncle Chowder in the belly, he might bust him open, start bleeding out.
Oh, it's like a terrible smell.
yeah, just blood. Yeah, they're not even worried about the blood. Like, it stinks in here now. There's blood and rot gut just all over the floor. It's disgusting. And anyway, folks, this all started. I'm 43 years old. Thanks for joining the midlife crisis with all of us. I was like, I got to write some comedy sketches again, and then this podcast happened out of that. So, it's fucking, thanks for checking it out. We greatly appreciate it. Everything started with Pee When I Poo Club. So you can find sketches, I'm really trying to get a couple out right now. And then there's old chicken songs. And then the podcast is there. And it all goes to the YouTube page. All you got to do is peewhenipoo.club. It's going to bring you right to the YouTube page. At Pee When I Poo is both Instagram and fucking X, and it's basically just rehashing of anything that's put on the Tasteless adjacent sites. Bo, what's some of the Tasteless adjacent sites?
So we're on Instagram at Tasteless Adjacent. You can check us out on Apple, Spotify, Audible, Samsung, wherever you get podcasts. We're on YouTube, where Chowder just said. And if you enjoy us, give us a share. Share with your friends and give us a like. And yeah, we appreciate all the support we've gotten so far.
Yeah. Slop Dog?
So I know I always say it, but just make sure to comment. Give us tell us how many dog dicks you give it, or if you hate it, tell us you hate it. Whatever. We want to hear from you. So definitely leave us a comment, good or bad. We want to hear you.
Converse. That's what it's about, baby.
And let us know if the aliens came to Earth and we're going to destroy it in 2 days, and you inherited $5 million. What would you do with the money?
Even if you were a teenager who was really horny, hadn't had sex yet, even though there was a missing child involved, would you still stop and suck the missing kid's sister's tits? All right? I mean, would you at least suck them for a few minutes? This dirty pussy bitch. And,
Tonight on Dateline.
America's Most Wanted. I feel like that would...
They're like, oh my god, what if the poor kid something happened to him, and like we soiled the scene with like pussy juices and cum because we're just making out by the dead body. We didn't even know it. We're like, oh my god, it's right here. Go to lay her down and fuck her, and I just
Yikes.
Eye to eye with the dead kid. Oh my god!
But would you finish?
I don't know. Maybe if there was extra leaves just kind of piled over the body, so I didn't know. Pretend it wasn't there for a few minutes.
Then after the cum, you're just like, oh, look at what I found.
Oh, look, here he is. It's everybody's wedding today. And, well, not the kid, but, Jesus. And, He was found, and he was like middle school anyway. Anyway, God bless America. All right, folks. So saith the shepherd. So saith the flock. Good night, folks.
Good night.
Good night, everyone. Teenage suicide. Don't
Do it. Teenage suicide.
She blew it.
What are you, some kind of dog dick? Dick.
Oh my god.
Stop slapping me.
Whoa. Oh, see that? They heard Chowder. They're coming.
Yikes.
I don't know if my story's good or if they should be deleted from the podcast.
Why can't I think of a song? Oh, the at the beginning there, the what the hell song do they sing? When they're playing
Sarah.
that's it.
No. What about the other one? How's it go, Bo? It goes.
Teen suicide.
Yes.
Fuck. What's the rhythm of it?
It's like teen suicide. Don't do it.
Teenage suicide. Don't do it. Teenage suicide. She blew it.
She blew it. What was it, like rape?
Date rape and AIDS jokes.
AIDS jokes?
I remember looking at Bo going, "Oh man, that's what I do." Not rape,
yeah.
but I guess.
Date rape.
As I'm talking to Bone, and Bone's like, "This fucking movie's opening up some demons."